And good morning to everyone. So today's lead code question is lead code 3043, that is find the length of the longest common prefix. So basically in this question we are given two arrays containing positive integers named as array1 and array2, and it is given that a prefix of a positive integer is an integer formed by one or more of its digits, and those digits should be starting from its leftmost digit. So suppose if you have a number 1 2 3 4 5, then its prefix is 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. So these are the prefixes of this number 1 2 3 4 5, right? So if you notice, all the prefix contains the first digit, like, so all the prefix start from the leftmost point and then goes up to any point, right? So this is a prefix of a digit. And now a common prefix of two integers a and b is basically a third integer c, such that c is a prefix of both a and b. So suppose we have 5655359, we have 56554. So the common prefix over here is this number 5655. Here also we have 5655. So C, basically 5655 is the longest common prefix of these two numbers, right? And what we need to do is we need to find the length of the longest common prefix between all the pairs x comma y, such that x will be taken from array 1 and y will be taken from array 2, right? So both the numbers in the pair x comma y should be from the two different arrays, right? X from array 1 and y from array 2, both can't be from the same array. And we have to return the length of the longest common prefix among all the pairs, right? And if no common prefix exists, then we have to return 0 as the answer. So let's move to the examples. So first example, in array 1 we are given 110 and 100. In array 2 we have 1000. So the prefixes of 1000 are 1 10 100 and 1000. So these are the four prefixes of this number. So if we see, 1 is present in array 1, yes. 10 is also present, 100 is also present, yes. So which one is the longest and common? So 100 is the longest one and common. So the length of the this number is 3. So 3 is our answer. So let's see the example number 2. So in example number 2 we have taken, in example number 2, in array we have 1 2 3, and the in array 2 we have 4 4 4. So here all the prefixes are 1 2 3. Here first prefix 4, is 4 present? No. Again 4 not present, again 4 not present. So there does not exist a common prefix. So in that case we have to return 0. So 0 is the answer. So if you'll see the constraints, the array 1 dot length and array 2 dot length can be up to 5 into 10 की power 4, and each element in the array can be up to 10 की power 8. That means 9 digits. That means 9 digits in each number. And 5 into 10 की power 4 means either big of n solution or big of n log n solution. N square will be giving us time limit exceed, so we won't be using n square. So let's first understand the brute force approach. So in brute force approach, what we'll do is we'll take every pair of number x comma y, where x is from array 1 and y is from array 2, and then what we'll do is we'll find the length of the longest common prefix for the between the numbers x and y. So now how we will be finding the length of the longest common prefix, that we'll see. So suppose we have taken these two numbers. So first of all, basically what we'll do is we'll convert these numbers to strings. We'll convert these numbers to string so that we can iterate them from left to right. That's why we convert the numbers to string. And then once after converting the numbers to string, we start iterating them, and from index number I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 0, and we keep iterating until either one of the string is finished or we do not get get an equal number. So see, first we compare 1 and 1 equal, then we go to the next index, 2 and 2 equal, go to the next index, 3 and 3 are equal, then we go to the fourth index, but here 4 is not equal to 8, so we stop. So the length, the common length that we get is 3. So between these two pairs x and y, the length of the longest common prefix is 3. So this way we will find the length of the longest common prefix between the two pairs. So such that, so now this we do for all the pairs, this we do for all the pairs, and then we take the maximum among all the pairs as our answer, and this is our brute force approach. This is our brute force approach. So if we'll see the complexity of this, so total pairs, so the total number of pairs that we get is m cross n, where m is the length of the array 1 and n is length of array 2, and m and n can be up to 5 into 10 ki power 4. So m cross n, which is 25 into 10 ki power 8, will be too large and it will give us time limit exceed. So brute force approach will not work for these constraints, it will not work. So now we have to optimize it. So in brute force approach we will comparing every pair. So instead of comparing every pair, what we need to check whether a prefix exists in the other array or not, right? That is what we want to check. So what we'll do is, if we'll store all the prefixes, using hash set. So what we do is, in array 1, we take a number, generate all the prefixes of that number, generate all prefixes of num, and then store in the hash set, right? So this way we have generated all the prefixes of all the numbers in array 1. And now next what we do is, then we iterate over array 2, take a number, then generate a prefix of that number and check whether that prefix is present in the hash set or not. If that exists in the hash set, then we find the length, and then we take the maximum length of the prefix that is present in the hash set, right? So this is our basic idea, right? And what we'll do is, we'll do an optimization it. So instead of checking the prefix from the smallest prefix to largest prefix, what we'll do is, we'll check from largest to smallest, because suppose if we get a common prefix of length l, then there is no need to check the prefixes of lesser than l length, right? So if we see here, if we have taken a number 1 2 3 4 5, so what are the largest prefix? The largest prefix is the number itself. So first we check whether that particular number lies in the hash set or not. If not, then what we'll do is, let's say it is x, then we do x by 10, so we get 1 2 3 4. Then we check this again, do x by 10, we get 1 2 3. Suppose this is present, then there is no need to check these two prefixes, because this is sorry, because this is present in the hash set. So we stop there, because we need the maximum length one, so the first match will be the longest possible prefix for that number, right? So we immediately stop once we get the match, right? So this is one optimization. So if you'll see what is our overall steps, so first of all what we'll do is, we'll take a number from array 1. Let's say the number will be 1 2 3 4 5. Then we store all the prefixes of that number, all prefixes of that number in our hash set, right? And this we do for all the numbers in the array 1. Then for every number in array 2, we start with full number, right? We start with full num, then check whether that number is present in the hash set or not. If not, then what we'll do is, then we remove the last digit by doing x by 10 and then again check. And once we get a prefix present in the hash set, then we stop there, right? Then we stop there, because that will be the longest common prefix for that particular number. So now if we see the time complexity of this approach, so let's say n is the length of the length of array 1. So total n numbers, and to find all the prefixes of that number, we will a number can have at max 9 prefixes, right? Because each number is lesser than equal to 10 ki power 8, so 9 digits. So a number can have 9 prefixes, so total prefixes is 9 into n. So that's the time complexity for storing all the prefixes, right? And then we have to check all the prefixes. So for checking the prefixes, again 9 into m. So the total time is 9 into n plus m. N plus m is the total time complexity of this approach, right? So let's move to the code part. So we have taken this digits function to count. It will give us the total number of digits in the, it will give us the count of the digits in the number x, right? So in the main function we have taken an unordered set named as prefixes, and then using this for loop we'll iterate over array1, pick a number, let's say x, and then we take all the prefixes of x, and then insert those prefixes into our unordered set, and then we remove the last digit every time. So suppose if we have 1 2 3 4 5, then we store 1 2 3 4 5, then we divide this by 10, so we get 1 2 3 4, again divide this by 10, we get 1 2 3, then 1 2 and 1, until our number do not become 0. So this way we store all the prefixes into the hash set, right? And then we have taken an answer variable, and then we are iterating over the array2, take a number, then find the number of digits in that number, and store that number of digits in a variable called length, and then we iterate over the number, then we check whether the full number is present. If the full number is present in the hash set, then we store the answer is max of answer comma length, and once we get a match, we break the checking of that number, right? If we do not get the full number, let's say if we do not get the full number, then we remove the last digit and then check again, and we keep checking until either our number do not become 0, or we do not get a match, and every time we do x by 10, every time we remove the last digit, we also reduce the length by 1, right? Suppose we have to check 1 2 3 4. First we check whether 1 2 3 4 is present, and here length variable is storing 4. If 1 2 3 is not present, then we divide it by 10, so we get 1 2 3, and then we reduce length to 3. So now how this length variable benefits us? So we do not have to find the length of x every time. So this way this length variable helps us, and after checking all the numbers in array2, we get our answer, so we return our answer. So I hope I am able to explain you the solution properly. So if you like the video, please make sure to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.